For real, I was like, is she okay after that? Like, is she doing okay? Does
She's
she need
obviously been
medical
through a lot.
assistance right now? Like, yeah. And at that point, we walk outside, and he was like, "You're willing to help me settle this?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. I don't have a choice, really. I didn't say that, but I was like, we don't really have a choice. You just barricaded my best friend in here, and you're kind of really strong, and your wife just pushed out a dragon egg. Like, I'm down at this point. I'm invested. We need to help you out, get your life figured out." And then Big Boy turns into a dragon.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
And he carried us to the place that we needed to go. So,
Yeah, at this point, we go and find Amdrak, who we scared off his squirrel. And he didn't get a squirrel pet. He was very upset about that. But oh well, because we had bigger fish to fry. So, Dragon Guy gets us,
hey, Sean.
what?
Come here.
I'm dehydrated. I gotta get some water first.
Oh.
So, Big Dragon Man carries us in literally the palm of his hand as Amdrak is riding him because Amdrak's a big boy. And we set up camp. He pulls out some alcohol and we sit around the fire and start bullshitting, right? And I was like, this dragon ain't so bad.
He's actually a
Okay, what did
pretty
you need
cool
me for?
dude.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. Um, we start just. Is this spoiled meat?
No.
Oh, how much was that? 20? I have 50 on me, and then this is 12 extra. So do you want the 12 extra?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. So at this point, I'm just gonna put this raw meat in my locker. I don't care anymore. We're around a fire. He pulls out dragon alcohol, which is way stronger than any alcohol that we've ever tasted. And we start talking about stuff. It's kind of like 20 questions, right? Like, what are you doing around this area? Like, why are y'all here? And kind of thanks for helping. We're like, no problem. Not that we really had a choice because you were big and scary, but
Because we were
no problem.
scary.
We start talking about, the dragon egg, and I was like, well, like, how do you know, like, like, what is this? And he was like, well, it's a red dragon. They're pretty violent, very aggressive. And we were kind of like, oh, you have raw meat on you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's like, yeah, they're really aggressive, and I am what is he, bronze?
Yes.
Okay, he's a
Bronze,
bronze
brass, something like
dragon.
that.
Bronze or brass, something like that. Hard to remember. And he's like, well, uh, it's obviously not mine. And I was away doing stuff, and I came home to find a red dragon egg. So, you can put the pieces together. And we were like, yeah, that's tough. But what if we don't kill this baby? Because he was like full on, I want to murder it. And we were like, whoa. What if we just take it and
Just
raise
chill
it,
out there, you know?
Yeah, and he was like, it will literally kill you. Like, you would not survive raising this baby dragon, it would kill you. And so we were like, alright, well, that's a good point. That's a good point. We're not going to raise it. And at this point, we're all kind of alcoholed up. And subjects start turning, and questions start getting more. How would you say, Raven? More.
Risque.
More what?
Risque?
Risque. Anyways, point is, I guess by the end of the night, I tried to fuck a dragon.
She did
With
indeed.
Osek eggs. Oh no. I gotta wait for them to come back. Tell me when you're back, Vox.
Ooh, dude, come here. Come look at this bird.
Oh, I'm coming. Ooh. Pretty. So pretty. I guess I'll try to freaking.
I have, I have a trike egg on me that's damn near hatched.
Okay, I'll do that.
Ooh,
then.
never
We
mind.
get
I
some-
have another Argent Davis thing.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a raptor egg. 'Cause
Okay.
I really wanna not have raptors die. And we only have 2 left, so that's great. Vox, tell me when you're back, buddy, and we can go back over this. Bad timing for ads. Okay, sorry, back. Okay, so the questions started to get more risque, right? And we're already consuming alcohol, and you know, the dragon is not in dragon form, and he's a man to us. So I was like,
Amtrak may have fucked a dragon.
Amtrak may have fucked a dragon? No.
That is... Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing, too, is like, we were talking about that, and it was like, so, like, what all have you been with? And it turns out Amtrak definitely probably fucked a dragon. And I was also
Robbie
under the
will
consumption.
Go
Specify
further
on
into
that?
that.
Okay. But I was drunk and may have been like, hey, and he was like, I'm still married, even though she cheated on him, and I was
He's
like,
a good dude, honestly.
yeah, he's a really nice dragon. So that was that. We all went to sleep after that. Woke up with a little bit of hangover, because you know, dragon
We
alcohol.
were also
that shit's
sitting
heavy.
in a truth circle, as it turns out.
Yeah. He did cast a truth circle, so that was that. Then wake up. We go to this different city, which turns out to be a dragon hunting city. So Amdrak, or not Amdrak, what was his name?
Dauntless?
But didn't he use your... Yeah, I mean, not really blackmail. It was kind of like, we're invested at this point.
We like him
And
now, also.
Yeah. We
We
kind
hung
of
out
like
with him
him
for
at
a
this point.
bit. He's a really cool dude.
And I was attracted to him in his human form, not his dragon form. I want to specify that right now. So, you know, stuff carries on. We go to this dragon hunting city. Dragon man has to be in his human form now. And we start talking to people. We're trying to get weapons. You know, we got dragon scales. He also literally pulled off a scale and some teeth and stuff for us to sell to get armor or make dragon armor, or not armor, but weapons and stuff, like spears, arrows. So we talked to this lady. We're trying to get stuff back. I think the lady was hitting on me, and I took the time to hit back on the lady because I
Wait,
was
what
like,
lady?
if we're already here, the one with really pretty eyes, because I believe
No,
I said
I was
that.
hitting
I
on
said,
her. You were hitting on the bartender person.
I was hitting on everybody, Raven.
That's fair.
That was my character. I've been in Assassins for a long time. I'm trying to live my life.
We had that
bartender?
You
Bart-
hardcore tried to fuck that person.
Dude, I am trying to fuck everybody. I'm literally trying to live my life. Bartender man kind of thought that he was running like a service of like napping people because he turned out to be a little bit creepy. Like, I don't think we ever found out what his deal was.
What do you
Like,
mean
we're
he turned out to be
still-
creepy?
Remember that he was like
Oh.
try out being a bard. That's most likely my next
Hey.
thing. What?
I was gonna say, hashtag wait until Jade dies, because I already have that character made.
Yeah, they bet everybody. Literally, that's me right
Yeah,
now. I'm trying to body
they
everybody.
really do like to fuck, dude. Oh,
So
you're juvenile? Come on.
I have raw meat on me, right? No, I don't. I'm trying to hash this wrapper
Right
egg.
here.
I can get some. I have some in my inventory or in my storage. But I
This is not
freaking
how you
door.
stand up in this game.
Yeah.
This is how you stand up in this game.
All right, show off. Do it, Raven. Stand up. So we go and we're talking to some people, like a guard. They kind of seem suspicious, but then they start talking about like there's these, like, wasn't it lizard people that are like coming in, breaking in, destroying stuff, trying to kill people.
So, to be honest with you, during that whole thing, I don't know if you remember this, but I got really confused because I was like, why are we going to this tower?
So
'Cause
it
I
was in
zoned.
that area. So
Completely
okay,
zoned during that, so I don't know who the fuck we were going after.
okay. So there were supposed to be these lizard guys that were causing a lot of problems, like killing people. Like they were having to fight them off, basically. And they were like, well, they are in this area of the town, which it's ruins mostly because I mean this place has been destroyed before. So we're like, you know what? We'll go check it out because you're gonna. They said that they would pay us per head, like so much per head, and we needed to get weapons and stuff because we're about to go fight this red dragon who fucked the other guy's dragon's wife. So we go, we see this tower, and I don't know who wanted to go in the tower, really. But they were like, let's check out this tower, let's go inside. We ended up, like, getting in from a very high window.
We talked to the. Didn't the underground lady tell us about the tower?
No.
Oh.
We literally just came upon it, and we're like, that seems interesting, let's go in there. So we ended up finding our way in. We're exploring around a little bit. I believe you sensed some magic at this point.
Oh, well, hold on. So,
Because we're
It
in
was-
like the
hold on.
top area.
we couldn't get. There was a window 25 feet up.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't just
Amdrak-
walk into this
yeah.
tower. Amdrak yeeted me into the fucking heavens. And threw my ass into this window somehow. But yeah, like, the first thing I did was, like, detect magic. I was like, this is
Seems
weird. Why is
suspicious.
the only fucking entrance to this place in a window?
Right, like there wasn't any other entrances to this tower. It was just a window that was like 25 feet up. So we go in, we're exploring, we decide to go like, I believe down the stairs or up the stairs. We go up or down a flight of stairs. We're investigating stuff. I kind of look and everything's dusty except for like there's like a little bit of spots where it kind of looks like something's been here recently. But not too recently because it's still dusty, just not as dusty.
Sailor and Rogue are fucking.
Okay, I'll name this one Vox, and then the other one's gonna be...
We already have a Vox.
Oh, dude, okay, so Clark Kent.
Clark Kent too.
No, I don't want to do that. We're just gonna do Clark Kent. In remembrance of the OG. So, we, Please eat something.
I need
So
one juice
we're-
fart too, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's good. Exploring, we kind of get to this door, which is locked, which I don't have a pick lock set, but Raven does, and I believe I ended up picking the lock. Or did you pick the lock?
I think I picked the first one.
Okay. So Raven picks the lock on this, and there's like, she's like, this kind of seems like a magical barrier here. Like, I don't know if this is okay. And I was like, well, I'll check it out. Like, I'll go in and check it out. So I go in, and it's kind of, it's alright. It's just a room. It seems, it's empty. It's a little dark. But it's empty for the most part, except for there's like a grate in the corner. And then I start hearing something in my mind that's like, please help me, get me out, please, please, get me out of here, I don't want to be in here, it's dark, get me out. And, I'm like, ooh, that's kind of creepy. And at that point, Amdrak comes in, and he's like, what? And he's listening to it, and it's talking to him, and then I'm like, Jade, there's like a person down in this well, and she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, you don't hear that? And she's like, no. Like, I'm standing outside this door. I'm not going in. There's a magical barrier for a reason.
Yeah, and I was, like, instantly, like, so much more sus when she was like, there's somebody in here talking to me. I was like, bitch, no, it's like, they ain't.
So, Amdrak, brave big boy, goes over to the grate and looks down, and sees these big, just one, wasn't it just one big, like, amber colored eye
Something
looking
like
up
that.
at him. And it's just like, please, please, please get me out, please, I don't. And I'm trying to talk to him. I'm like, what's your name? I don't know who I am. It's so long. It's so dark in here. I don't remember. And it's just going off. And like, please, please, let me out, release me. And at this point, I was like, okay, it's one thing. Like, we could let this thing out. If it attacks us, we could kill it. Jade is absolutely like, no, I don't want to do this. At this point, Amdrak lights his torch and is looking at it, and he stops and he goes, we're not letting this out, we're leaving. Which Amdrak, who has -1 intelligence, I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know. You are the only one who knows what this thing is and can see it. I'm kind of scared. So we ended up leaving it. I believe we locked the door back too. And
Maybe.
we leave. And so we're like, well, let's explore the rest of this tower. We go down another hallway, start searching the rooms. There's not really anything in here, is there?
There was this one room. It was like full of kegs and shit and a box.
Well, that was later, but in
No,
the
it
rooms that we were
wasn't.
searching. Yeah, it was, because it was up the stairs. And then there was another room where there was a chest in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there was nothing in the rooms that we searched. We went up another flight of stairs. There was a chest in the middle of the room with like kegs everywhere and stuff. And we were like, oh, this is interesting. Jade at this point is like, well, I want to see what's in the chest, dude. So Jade, take it away from here as I turn off this alarm.
Yeah. So, I went to go open this chest, and I'm a dumbass. I have played fucking... Why did I drop that? I have played Skyrim. Not Skyrim necessarily, but like Skyrim and shit like that, right? Like, I understand. Okay, Dark Souls. I just instantly started to unlock this box. And then this box tried to eat me. Because as it turns out, it was a fucking mimic. So, again, I also, right, like, I fucked up when I was making that character, and I have, like, 25 HP, right? So this box just jumps the fuck up and is like, chomp, chomp, bitch. And I was like, oh my god. And then not Jade, fucking Zinni and Amdrak were like, yeah, I'm coming, bitch. And I was like, ah. It was a bad experience. Dude, I ended up having like a really bad time during the searching of that tower. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't pick fucking locks. I was rolling shit. Fucking,
Yeah.
the box tried to eat me.
Yeah, it was, Jade wasn't having too good of a day.
It was horrible.
We end up exploring some more of the tower. We get to this one that's like, we go more up the stairs and there's a door. And we open that and it's like kind of a big room and then a doorway that when you look in, it looks like a library. And so we're like, oh, okay, well, let's explore this. And I kind of hear something and I'm like, guys, we should be quiet. Like, we're not alone in here. There's something else in here moving around. So we start to go further into this, kind of creeping up on this doorway to this library. And I believe, did we go to the right or the left first?
We went left.
Bless you. We went to the left, and there was bookshelves everywhere, like bookcases, and then that's all I can see from where I am. I have night vision, and I see this head, like, look around one of the bookcases, and it's just this thing with, like, kind of like spiky scales on it, and it's got a huge eye, and I just see its claws that are grabbing the bookshelf, and then it's just kind of looking at us. So, I'm like, who are you? What are you? And it's not answering in our language. It's kind of like to each other, because there's another one that you end up hearing it talking to, And I was like, oof. And I believe at that point we just decided to fight them.
Yeah.
Because they weren't really talking to us. They weren't communicating at all. So I draw my bow back, and I aim, and I hit him, and he screeches and takes off running. And we start going after them. And we're in this library room fighting these things. I'm shooting them with my arrows. They're... What were they doing to us? What were they doing? Were they doing anything? Were we just murdering these creatures?
We were just murdering these creatures.
Yeah. And I believe at one point we flipped up this table because they started to go like down the hall and into this corner, and we flipped up this table to have like a barrier in between us so I could just shoot them. And they run through, and I start chasing them, and he throws down a bookcase, and like I hop over it, and I'm chasing them around because this library is like a U shape, and it comes back to the one entrance. And Amdrak, who can't see, has a torch and lit the torch and was like, I can see now. And sees one of them run by him, and he was like, holy shit, what was that? And I chase the other one into the other room, and I'm coming around with it, and it's, at this point, he gets out a crossbow. He is proficient in his huge axes that he has. And he gets out a crossbow. -1 intelligence, people. Do it.
Oh, I didn't turn that off. It went out. Okay, cool. Got you. Continue. I was talking to myself, really.
Oh, you're good. Pulls out a crossbow. Misses. At this point, like, they're pretty wounded. Like, I've wounded them good enough. They run past. And at this point, like, there's not even a threat anymore. Like, we're trying to chase after them, and Amdrak goes, I really can't see with this torch. Oh, there's a bookshelf here full of books. Let me light this on fire with my torch. And ends up starting a fire in the top of this tower, and we're in a room full of books. So the fire ends up
books.
Yes. So the fire ends up spreading so fast that I almost get trapped in this room. And what Amdrak does then is grabs Jade and then grabs me and starts barreling out of this tower. Like, we're running down flights of stairs. We're hauling ass.
Like, the way it was described was like the scene in Shrek where Shrek runs by and picks up Donkey while they're in the tower. And he just barreled down the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He's barreling. So we end up getting to the door, and like, he rolls really low. Jimmy has a bad time at rolling. So I'm like, we're gonna die. We're jumping out of this window, and we're gonna die. So I take the time. Raven has already started making her new character. She's like, well, I'm not gonna live through this.
Yeah,
like, he's gonna
I was
screw this roll.
I was pretty done in life at that time.
So Raven's making a new character. Jade is still in his arms. I'm like, I have good acrobatics and stuff. I'm rolling out of his arms. I'm pushing him away, rolling out. I roll out right before he goes out the window. And when I tell you, he, in front of me, was like, I've got to roll this. And I was like, alright. And he had advantage. He did have advantage, so he could roll twice. But he rolled the first one a nat 1. A nat 1. And we both looked at each other, and I was like, you're gonna fucking kill us. You're gonna kill her and yourself. And he was like, I've got another roll. It's funny. Fine. Rolls a nat 20. For the first time ever. Rolls a nat 20. Jumps out. Oh, Lawrence, one sec. My bad. Why are they so reoccurring?
Sean, I don't think they're that reoccurrent.
Really? Oh. Hasn't it been that long?
Yeah.
This is a long story. Tell me when you're back, Box. I'm not leaving this this raptor alone, Raven.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm sitting here watching him. He is a level 39.
Hell yeah.
He is also green. Green hued again.
Interesting.
So Clark Kent, you're back, baby. Your little baby's back. Wow. Reliving D&D. Okay, so Amdrak, horrible, Jimmy, horrible at rolling, rolls a nat 1, has advantage, rolls a nat 20. Jumps out of the window with Jade successfully. I rolled out of his arms, so I'm not even worried about it. I then hop out of the tower and we're fine. I'm fine. Jade is fine. Amdrak's fine. And we were kind of like, alright, that's interesting. Let's get away from this tower because this tower is now on fire. And we're looking real suspicious considering we're new people in this town. We just got here today. And not only that, we're in a dragon hunting town and our dragon friend is at the tavern resting. Like, we need to go. So, that's where our session has left off so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get back into it. We need to play it again. But that so far is how far we've gotten. And it's been a road. It has been a road.
Very long road.
Yeah, very interesting. I want to say, also, I forgot about the Minotaur Cave. Before we came across the house, there was also a cave. And Jade and Amdrak were like, the cave sounds fun, let's go in there. And Zentha was like, I don't think so. Like, I don't like that cave. Like, we just saw, like, these hoof prints leading into here. I don't think that's gonna be very fun. So, they go in, and I'm like, well, Zentha's like, well, I gotta go in, because they're going in. So, let's all go, I guess. And Amdrak, also being the only one who doesn't have night vision, goes in with his torch. And we're walking through this cave, we go around
I don't have
a
night
turn.
vision either.
You don't?
I didn't.
I thought you had a
Not
little
at that
bit.
time.
Oh. We go around a turn, and all of a sudden, like, I'm staying back. I'm like, I'll stay some yards behind y'all, right? And Amdrak's walking, and all of a sudden, with his torch, he just sees this face with horns and a bull face, and he's like, oh no. And at this part, they start, like, screaming. They're like, ah! Turns out there was minotaurs in the cave, which honestly should have been the first clue. There were hoof prints leading into the cave. So then battle ensues again, and Amdrak goes to swing and misses, and Jade starts running. Jade's like, I can't fight minotaurs, I'm running. And runs back to where I was, and I start getting my bow ready, like, God, like, this is where we're gonna die. And I start firing off at these minotaurs. Believe I successfully got, like, one down. Amdrak starts running as well. And we come around the bend, and I'm now around the bend. And I can see Amdrak coming, and I'm starting to fire at these minotaurs and stuff. Raven, honestly, is helping us because she's holding the torch for Amdrak back here. She's like, Amdrak, come on! And Amdrak doesn't have his torch anymore, so he's blindly swinging in the dark at where this minotaur should be.
No.
I thought you took his torch.
No.
No?
No. Because
What?
that was the time where he would get into range for me and lead them into range, and I'd go to shoot. Well, I would be, like, sitting there like, yes, stay there. And then, like, by the time it was my turn again, he would leave.
He would run away, yeah.
And I'd have to move.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was wild.
In the end, though, we ended up getting both minotaurs killed. So, I think Amdrak did take the final swing on that one. Just like right. I believe he cut one of its horns in half, didn't he?
Maybe.
But we survived the minotaurs too. So that was fun. That was definitely a adventure. Yeah. Why was Fear by the
I have no
the
idea.
birds? Was Fear attacking the birds? Maybe.
I don't know
That's how they did. I know I saw General swing, and like it said that he was dead, and I looked over and saw General swinging and fighting. So this one's also a male, by the way.
Okay.
What are you planning on hatching next?
I'm hatching up another raptor.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Only got like a minute and a half left.
Mm-hmm. What should I name it?
Does anybody want a raptor named after them? Say now in chat. Or if you have a name that you want it to be named, say it. Speak now. If I ever hold your peace. Box eat your face? Question mark. Raptor? Question mark? Yeah. Are these potential names?
That's what I was thinking. Like, do you want it to be Box Eat Your Face or Raptor?
I believe so. How close to hatching is it?
It's got 30 seconds.
We've got time to specify.
Y'all definitely have time because I'm not naming it immediately.
Oh yeah, you're gonna let it.
I will wait until it can eat out of the trough first.
Okay. Mine can eat out of the trough. I just don't want to leave it alone. Yeah, Vox is offering that as a name. Vox, eat your face.
Okay.